Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new coming-of-age drama, Girls Will Be Girls. And this film is from writer-director Suchi Talati, and this film focuses on a very strict boarding school at the foothills of the Himalayas in India. And we have Mira, played by Preeti Panagrahi, who is our protagonist, who is 16, starts developing this relationship with a senior at this boarding school named Shri, played by Kisav Benoy Kiran, and he's very charismatic. He likes astronomy, and they have this connection, and they're developing their exploration of sexuality with each other. All hidden, because if people found out at school, she'd get expelled. And there's this other developing connection between Shri and Mira's mother, played by Kani Kusruti. And there's a lot of complications in terms of this, as Mira is also the top student and a prefect at this school and is making enemies among some of the students, and she's his prize student among the faculty. And as she starts focusing on these other things, like her sexuality, and trying to explore that with Shri, other things fall off. Now, a lot of these ideas are familiar, but what I appreciate about how Talati navigates this through her screenplay and her direction is it's very matter of fact. It's very upfront in terms of how these two young people are exploring their sexuality. It's not weird in this context to see them masturbating or touching and exploring their bodies with each other, because they're two horny young people. And I appreciate this film doesn't over dramatize it, doesn't try to make it into something big grand or try to make a big deal of it. It is very matter of fact. And you see this connection, and the journey that Mira goes on in this film is very impactful as she grows and realizes what connections are real and what are more meaningful, and how she can grow and develop through these things, and realizing how important her connection with her mother is. I think Panagrahi gives such a fantastic performance as Mira. She is empathetic. We feel for her. She's intelligent. She is curious. We see how she sells these kind of desires and urges throughout this film in a very authentic way. And Benoy Kiran is very charismatic, as Sri needs to be, as he's the kind of person that knows how to rub up against anybody. This film is interesting because it's the mystery around his intentions and Anila, Mira's mother's intentions, as this dynamic grows and becomes more complicated. The film gets a little lost in the weeds as it's trying to navigate these things, and the film runs about 2 hours when it probably could have been a little tighter, a little bit more lean, but these performances and these characters really draw us in. Probably the big standout is Kusruti, who, she is so charismatic. She has these flaws. She has these alluring aspects to her character. There's this dynamic in this one particular scene where there's music and the three of our main players are there and dancing, and there's something so magnetic about her performance, and that causes issues because there begins tension between Mira and Anila and the attention of Sri in between them. This is something that takes a genre that is very familiar, like a coming-of-age story, and adds some interesting cultural layers as well as we navigate these cultural taboos and also these cultural dynamics that make some of these character interactions fresher and more interesting than many films of this type of genre will explore. And at the end of the day, this is a moving, impactful, and really soulful exploration of young love and lust and growth and you know, searching for your sexuality and understanding your own urges and needs, and also developing important dynamics with parental and child relationships that this film really navigates well. And it has two very strong performances anchoring this all down. This is a moving, contemplative, and very authentic experience. But those are my thoughts on Girls Will Be Girls. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.